Yo, what is going on YouTube? Today we are going to be talking about some NBA free agency news. As you guys may know, the San Antonio Spurs have put LaMarcus Aldridge on the trade block, and they're in hopes of receiving a top 10 draft pick in today's draft, which is happening in just about 6 hours from now. The draft will start. We're expected to see Markelle Fultz go #1 with I believe the 76ers have that pick now. We're expected to see Lonzo Ball go #2, Josh Jackson, all those high top caliber young draft picks coming into the NBA this upcoming season. But the San Antonio Spurs are LaMarcus Aldridge is on the trade block. It has been reported that he is unhappy with his role with the San Antonio Spurs. He is unhappy with his the way he's been used. His numbers have obviously been reduced. He feels like the system has failed him, that he's been set back, his numbers gone down. And honestly, in my opinion, I'm a Spurs fan myself. I watch every single game, all 82 plus the playoffs. And LaMarcus Aldridge, he was a big time free agent coming into San Antonio. Spurs aren't really known to be getting those type of free agents, but we did land LaMarcus Aldridge. We signed him to a max contract worth, I believe, 4 years, 2 years ago. So he does have 2 years left on his contract. And I was excited as a Spurs fan. LaMarcus Aldridge coming out of Portland, averaging 25 and 10 a game. He was a big time player in Portland. He was the top free agent that season, and we got him. We were able to land him, and I was very excited, for the future with LaMarcus Aldridge, Kawhi Leonard. Obviously we're going through, I wouldn't say rebuilding, because we're still up there, 67 wins, Western Conference Finals. Spurs just seems like we never rebuild here. But either way, passing on the franchise of Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, the big three, over to LaMarcus Aldridge, Kawhi Leonard. The future, LaMarcus Aldridge and Kawhi Leonard were supposed to be the franchise, the Spurs franchise for the next upcoming decades. And LaMarcus Aldridge, Kawhi Leonard's lived up to his role as a franchise player, but LaMarcus Aldridge has failed miserably. He's okay. LaMarcus Aldridge, no disrespect to the man, he has a nice game. He's good, but he's just soft, man. He's really soft. And I feel like he's not really too good at defense. He does have nice length, which is useful at times, but I feel like he's really soft. He has a good mid-range post fade, but he can't really bang in the paint. He's pretty soft for a power forward. I'm not too convinced with his rebounding abilities either. The biggest games where he had to step up, Western Conference Finals, biggest games of his life. He's never even been to the West Finals until this past season, and he goes to the West Finals. Kawhi Leonard goes down. Where is he to go? Where is he to see? He's missing. He's gone. 8 points in 2 games in the Western Conference Finals. That's just unacceptable. 4 for 11 shooting. That's just unacceptable. LaMarcus Aldridge needed to come up big. This is what we pay him, 20 plus million a year for him to come up in these big moments, and LaMarcus Aldridge disappeared. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad with the Spurs trading Aldridge for a top 10 pick. They get a valuable player, and they free over $20 million in cap space, which would put them in position to pursue Chris Paul, who reportedly has mutual interest with the San Antonio Spurs. And I believe Chris Paul would be a good fit with the Spurs, with a player like Kawhi Leonard and Chris Paul. And so yeah, Spurs are also reportedly put Danny Green on the trade block. Danny Green, he's a great 3-and-D player. Honestly, ever since, he hasn't been the same ever since the 2013 NBA Finals. He hasn't been the same. His three-point shot is just, I don't know what happened. His percentage has gone down. He's still great on defensive end, don't get me wrong. He's great at blocks. He has good length. He's probably one of the best perimeter defenders in this game as of now. But I just feel like his production on the offensive end has definitely gone down. But he's never been really known as an offensive player. But yeah, I expect more out of Green on the offensive end. He is making an annual salary of about $10 million a year. So if we do happen to trade Danny Green and LaMarcus Aldridge, that'll free about $35+ million in cap space. Putting the Spurs in position to obviously sign Chris Paul, though they do have to re-sign Pau Gasol, Manu Ginobili, I believe Patty Mills. Pau Gasol and Manu Ginobili are expected to take a pay cut. They're those type of players to take a pay cut. you know, to in order to put the Spurs in a position to pursue free agents in this upcoming free agency and maybe even next free agency. It has also been reported, this might be a long shot, but Paul George and Carmelo Anthony, you know, they want to be traded as well. So it has also been reported that maybe the Pacers or Knicks might want to get LaMarcus Aldridge out of that, out of Carmelo Anthony and Paul George. Paul George will be an unrestricted free agent by next season. So the Indiana Pacers are in a position where, you know, if you let him play, if you keep him for this year and then you let him walk next year, I mean, you don't really get anything back out of that. You know, you're just gonna have to go through a tough rebuilding process. But if you do trade him now, you could get a valuable asset such as LaMarcus Aldridge, you know, or a great draft pick. So yeah, that's it. That's the news we have in NBA free agency as of now. We also do have the Los Angeles Lakers. Today they are expected to draft Lonzo Ball, the point guard out of UCLA. It's obvious that Lonzo Ball will most likely be the starting point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers. A big role for a rookie to fill, but you know, Lonzo Ball is pretty talented. He has great passing ability, a great three-point shot. You know, his shot is questioned, but we'll go ahead and see how that plays out. The Lakers obviously are putting a lot of trust into Lonzo Ball after they traded D'Angelo Russell and Timothy Mozgov for Brook Lopez, who Brook Lopez has an expiring contract. So I definitely plan for them to let him walk. You know, he has a $20+ million contract. I don't feel like he's actually worth that. So I expect the Lakers to let him walk, and you know, that'll free up a lot of cap space next summer in order to pursue LeBron James, who they reportedly are interested in. Paul George to the Lakers. I don't know if there is any deal gonna be done. It could be today. Today could be the day. I think it's actually most likely today because the NBA draft is today. You know, maybe the Pacers try to get some picks for Paul George, something, you know. So yeah, guys, that is what is in the NBA free agency news. A little lengthy video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. If you want more of these videos, make sure you leave a like. If we get 5 likes, we will do another NBA free agency news video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a good day. Peace.